Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my friends, and welcome back to Bonita Spring Zoo. Oh my god, it's been like, what, how long since we posted that last video? Like, it had to have been like, I don't know, a few months, right, Forge?
Yeah, it's been a couple months. I think that was, well, certainly last year.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, I can't believe it's. Oh wow. Yeah, so recently I was like, okay, I want to get back into Bonita. We have not touched the file since we posted that video. I thought like posting that video would actually get us to like get back in here, but it did the exact opposite. I was like, I don't even want to build. But no, I was like, okay, I've had it with ZSU, I've had it with Foxborough, had it with Discovery Center. I was like, okay, I still want to build though. So what other projects do I have? And instead of starting a new zoo, sorry, I'm just grabbing my charger down there. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go into Bonita and do like a quick little build. And I really wanted to build for the flamingos again, even though we did not have them planned. And it turned out pretty fun. So yeah, that's about it. You can kind of see like the shape of it come out there. I'm not sure how you feel about like doing stuff a little bit more organically, but I'm having a lot of fun with it.
I think that we did a good job at planning things out to start with, that now we're at the point that we can be more organic about it.
Oh yeah. So like, you guys can probably tell we have a long ways to go when it comes to this. We have like that whole Australian section back there. We have that brewery. We have like the Asia section, which is kind of like to the left of this one. So we have a lot of stuff to actually do with this. I love the planters right there. They turned out so fun. I don't know, like I just love doing small different things with each and every single flamingo build, because they're such like a versatile animal to build for. But yeah, going through here and adding like this different fencing, I totally stole this over from like the Australia kangaroo walkabout area. And I was like, okay, it's gonna look so good once I actually get it there, but I made sure to like, I don't know, work out the sight lines and whatnot. I don't know, how do you think of it?
I think it looks great. I really like it. I was trying to figure out where this was in the zoo for a second there. Because you built this like entirely while I was off doing something else, and you were like, can I build in Bonita? I'm like, whatever, sure, I don't care. And then I come back and you're like, I did it.
Right. Yeah, so one of the things I really wanted to do with this whole area right here was still maintain these vistas, even though the zoo is kind of, I wouldn't really say it's flat, but it's flat. But I still really want to maintain some vistas when it came to it all, because when you look across like the water, you get some beautiful shots of like the hot air balloons. You can kind of see like the brewery. And I even add like a little holding area for the flamingos as well in the back. So it all just culminates in this beautiful vista build right when you walk into the zoo. You can see it perfectly right when you walk in that plaza. We should probably talk about like everything else when it comes to this zoo too. So another installment that I talked to you about is the fact that we have expanded borders now.
Yes.
So I gotta give a huge shout out to Inaki when it comes to all that stuff, because now we're actually able to build outside of the parking lot. Now, I don't really see us doing too much with that, but I definitely can't wait to actually build out there and kind of make it feel a lot more solidified within the landscape. I'm not sure if that's something that you'd be into when it comes to really building out there. I don't know, we have like a lot of stuff to do when it comes to all that stuff, so I don't know, I'm just very excited to finally get my teeth back into this build.
I think that one thing that we could do in time is we've got that big background where it's like that large desert. And the way that we've kind of made this zoo a lot more lush than a desert usually is, and with so much water, I think maybe it would be worth it to, on that side of the zoo in the back, like kind of hide a little bit of the desert.
Okay. So
With
what do you
some
mean
landscape.
by that? Like, walk me through it. Walk me through your creative vision.
I mean, well, this is pre-recorded, so I can't ask you to turn it or anything, but there's like the mountain on the entrance side of the zoo. My bad. There's the mountain on the entrance side of the zoo that I feel like if you... Oh, hold on. Wait, no, we gotta talk about these.
Oh yeah, the dragon blood trees. I was just playing around with the trees because I saw Leader actually playing around with some like different things, like combining the birch branches with different logs, and I was like, okay, how can I top his like big brain energy? And I was like, I love the texture of the dragon blood tree branch. Wow, okay. Bark. That's probably a better word for it. So I was like, what if I just turn that upside down? And they look so good. They look, I don't know, they look crusty. And I think that works incredibly well for this exhibit, because one of the things I do love about Bonita is this beautiful mix of like lush paradise with dry desert sand. And
Yes.
I feel like having that wood right there works so well.
I think that Bonita Springs works the best when we treat it like an oasis. And you have those two worlds, and I think that really brings out everything about the zoo. But the way that these dragon's blood tree stumps look, I can totally see it in like a gorilla build from BZ, kinda.
Oh my god.
If that makes any sense. Like, it fits that entire vibe. Like, I would love to see some climbing frames that implement these. I don't know how you would even do that, but there's...
Listen, if you're interested, we could hand the build over to BZ for that orangutan build.
You know, if he's into it, consider this an offer.
Alright, BZ, if you're listening, get in here, buddy. But I really wanted to get some color in there as well. So you could see me really start to bring those benches in. This was in about the point where in the call you kind of joined.
Yes.
And I really wanted to build a holding area for these guys, and I was so inspired off of, like, it's a weird mix between, what's the one in New Jersey? It's Turtleback. Turtleback has a beautiful flamingo habitat, and they have this beautiful building right behind it that has like all this beautiful thatch with it. And I really wanted to copy that a little bit, but I also wanted to copy like the Key West section of, what is it, Zoo Tampa. So I really wanted to integrate a lot of color when it came to all that stuff. And you told me to kind of tone it down a little
Okay.
bit.
Yeah, so, well, this was the first thing that I saw you do for this build, and I was just, like, kind of taken back by, like, all of a sudden, oh, there's an entire flamingo habitat, yes, but also it's, like, awfully pink.
Yeah,
and so I was
I
just
wouldn't
like,
even call that pink. That's like black raspberry color right there.
I was just like, maybe tone the pink down just a little bit so it doesn't scream. But, like, I don't know. I do think, looking back at this, that the more color that we can put into Bonita, the better, because you get that entrance where it's like super bright and colorful, and then you come in and it's like all just red or like tan and green in the Africa section. And I feel like if we can maybe we can throw in some education that makes it a lot more colorful. But I think this kind of direction is where maybe the project can go moving forward. It's just more bright, more colorful.
And I feel like that's such a thing that I struggle with so often. I also love the dichotomy between the pink and the teal right there.
Yes.
Because even though it is for lesser flamingos, it's very Caribbean themed. And I feel like that's kind of the stuff you would see in here. Like, I don't know, I kind of like it when zoos accidentally mix different things, because it gives it a little bit of a story. It's kind of like, oh, like, what are they doing in there, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe later down the line we could maybe introduce some American flamingos in there just to make it feel a little bit more concise.
Yeah, I think that I just love the colors of American flamingos. I think with the little bit of like purplish tones that go into the lesser, and then the pink of the Caribbean flamingos, that could look really cool together.
Oh man, I'm into that. Over here I'm also doing a little bit of a viewing shade structure, I guess. Just because we didn't get too many of that thatch in there, and I really did want to get a lot more thatch just because it looks very Caribbean. I did the same thing for like my macaws over at ZSU. I'm sorry if you hear a siren in the background right now. I live in the middle of the city, but
they figured us out.
Here, I really did just want to integrate some more of that thatch, and I love the palms in here as well. I know Nick does have those Mexican fan palms, but there's still just so much charm when it comes to the prop palms. with like
Yeah.
all those baskets making up like the bark of it. It looks so good.
And you finally were deciding we're gonna start using prop mods in this, so I'm happy about that.
Like, you were playing around with prop mods before we even recorded the last video, and you started integrating like some of the Safari props in there, and I was like, all right, if we're doing props, like this is one of the things I always lean into when it comes to a lot of these builds. It's like, if we're doing props, we gotta go ham with them.
Yes.
So I try my best just to integrate them all over. You see it with like the thatch over there. Here I was just showing you like some stuff.
Oh yeah, I was like,
the tree.
what is that?
But just moving on through here, I really did want to go ham with the props and integrating some like those Planet Zoo signs as well, just to give it a little bit more color. I love the pink benches and
Oh,
like, the
that is so
teal
good.
stuff back there. I definitely do want to get some more education back there, but I'm not good with that stuff, so I'm just gonna outlay all that stuff to you.
That's crazy, because when I think of education, I'm like, man, I wish I had education like Leaf does in his builds. Like,
The thing is, I just use other people's blueprints. Like, I don't really do too much custom stuff.
your aquarium in Hope Island, and then like your farm to table area.
That was just like a different energy. That was not the Leaf that you know today. Leaf has gotten so much lazier.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
well,
man, but
oh, that's cool.
what, the foraging pool?
Yes.
Yeah, that was wicked fun to do, because I always love integrating those enrichment items into my builds, especially the foraging pool, because it's such an awesome item. I just wish the keepers could actually fill it from, like, you know, the habitat gate or whatever. That's another thing, another story. But I really did just want to integrate that in the middle, because it also gives the build a little bit more height. And you can probably notice right now all the flamingos are swimming in the water. Normally they would be able to stand in water that low, but unfortunately they aren't able to. So I really just wanted to give them an area in the middle that they would be able to stand on. But that's pretty much it for the whole damn build. It was a really quick one, just what I like to do whenever I get back into a project like this. But I don't know. I'm excited to see where Bonita Springs goes in the future.
Yeah, maybe Bonita Springs is just kind of like the shot chaser for us, where like whenever we get kind of tired of one of our builds, we come in here and do something special, because this is really special. I love this.
And I think with the gift shop pack that Nick just released, that's going to be so good for that gift shop too.
Yes.
It's going to be so fun. But all that being said, that's the end of the video. I do want to give a huge shout out to my buddy Forge for stopping by on the channel. Always do love having him here. You want to plug anything while you're here?
Go check out my safari park if you're in ZSU. I'm having a lot of fun building that.
Hell yeah, definitely go check it out, guys. Cedar Lake Safari Park, it's one of my favorite builds in there. But all that being said, that's pretty much it for today. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
See ya!